Hello, I'm Rich Waters. I'm creative director for Request and Request 2.
Hi, I'm Jason Warner, Fireflight on the forums, and I do itemization.
I'm Emily Domino Taylor, and I do Tradeskills.
I'm Chris Kozak, for Erlich on the forums. I do the class balance and combat.
Hi, I'm Greg Spence, Rothgar on the forums, and I'm a programmer, just do whatever they want me to do.
Hi, I'm Josh Kriegshauser, Autinel on the forums, and I'm EQ2's technical director.
So we're going to start off. Emily has a presentation for us, and then Chris has one. So, Emily.
I know a lot of you are mostly interested in Chris's presentation, so I'll keep this very short. And I'll probably be repeating some of it in the next panels later this afternoon. But just to give you a quick highlight of what's coming up in Tradeskills, as you are aware, the level cap is going up to 90. And of course that means that the trade skill level cap will be coming up to 90 also. At this point, since the expansion is still several months away, not until February, I don't have a huge amount to talk about, which is why there's no separate trade skill panel. But here's a little preview of some of the new harvests that you can expect. These are the common ones.
More pictures.
And the provisioner ones. And since Otis, you can see there's a few that may look familiar to the people who are provisioners or foraged a lot in Otis. And here's our rares. Now, notice anything that's missing from those?
Oh no.
Maybe that? So as I'm sure you're painfully aware, in the old method, we had our ore nodes that gave us both ore and the loams. And those were divided up with ore being used for armor, weapons, jewelry, and loams being used for the fighter arts and scout arts. And then we had our gem nodes, which gave us the soft metal and the gem. Soft metals are used for mage spells and jewelry, and the gems used for priest spells and jewelry. Now, laid out like that, it looked like it made sense, but in practice we found obviously that the demand on ore and loams is very imbalanced. While ore is good early in an expansion, there's a much longer term demand and an ongoing demand for the loam. And having two classes share that has driven the price up, whereas the mages and priests have only one class per rare, so they tend to get a lower price. What we wanted to do is equalize that out so that no one rare is more expensive or more in demand than the other classes. So this is what we're looking at for Otis and going forward. So our ore nodes are just going to be giving ore, so they will continue to be used for weapons, armor, and jewelry. The gem nodes will now be split between all of the classes, so two classes, or two archetypes rather, will use the soft metal and two archetypes will use the gem. This should create a roughly equal demand for both, and we are looking at having them spawn independently from the ore nodes, so if you harvest a gem node, you'll get another gem node in its place. And now if you get one, you should be easily able to trade for the other. So we're hoping this is a good answer, but we'll obviously be watching it during beta and see how that goes. Just to touch lightly on other things, as I mentioned, more recipes because of the level cap raise. Due to the level cap raise, I'll obviously be spending a lot of time making those recipes. Other things, you can, as a Otis, be both a tinker and a transmuter. And one reason, I haven't got it on the slide, but one reason I'm looking at that is because I would like to redo the ornaments, which have needed a little attention for a while. I'd like to add more, make them make more sense, and I'd like for transmuters to make them, or at least the vast majority. So some of those new adornments, once they're revamped, may be removed from the trade skill classes that have them at the moment, and will go straight to being transmuter recipes. But since you can now become a transmuter on any character, you will still be able to make them if you wish to make adornments. Going forward, also some more trade skill club. You'll have more ways to earn varsity supply company faction, and we're going to keep that faction around for a while. I think they're a great contact for the crafters and a lot of fun to work for. So they're going to be sending you off to find out, what's the trade opportunities in this new continent, and what can they sell, and what can they make. You'll be able to assist a number of the factions within Otis, but I do want to make that a little more quest-based and a little less faction grinding. So there's still a lot of time between now and February, and we'll be talking about it a lot, and those of you who join us in beta will see a lot of that as well. So look forward to more news to come, and now I'll hand you over to Erlich.